That's what I really wanted to talk about.
So, PS Neo.
Neo. Codename Neo.
Codename Neo. I hope that they just keep Neo.
They should. They just PS Neo. Yay or nay? Honestly.
I'm mixed about it.
I'm very mixed on it.
The thing is, a lot of people are freaking out about it just for the fact that it's like, oh, it's another PS4 that you gotta buy and stuff like that. But this thing is a luxury item. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
Like, that's the thing. People are thinking that they're just gonna abandon the original PS4, which they have said no, they're not gonna do that.
Obviously not.
And they're not trying to split the community whatsoever. There's gonna be pretty much, because I've researched this a lot. There's from now on, PS4 games have to have the normal PS4 mode and then a Neo mode.
Yeah.
And then there's no exclusive items. You can't put something exclusive on the Neo.
It's just going to be an output for
exactly. It's just going to
your resolution. That's all it's going to be.
It's going to be a prettier game.
Yeah.
It's not going to be, oh, well, you're going to get this. I'm used to are getting something special. You're getting a better looking game.
You're getting
they're going to need to reword that, because the way they say it does. I can see why it would piss somebody off, saying, well, it's not there's nothing exclusive. Well, there really is, in a way. You get a better game, but you don't need it.
No,
you get a better looking game, but you don't need it.
The
games look, and that's the thing. Which makes no sense is the fact that this console's only been out for 2 years.
Yeah, they should have. If they would have waited another year and a half,
they should have just called it PS5. I was watching my Kind of Funny guys, and Colin made the great point of, why didn't they just wait until around 2018 and then release this, upgrade a little bit more and call this console the PS5 with full backwards compatibility of the PS4, and still have PS4 games being able to be made, but then you can play with the PS5.
Exactly, yeah.
I feel like they're jumping the gun because of the NX.
They feel like more people have 4K TVs. No.
I really think that they're jumping the gun because the NX is going to have better graphics, and they want to be the ones with the better graphics.
NX...
Which I would hope that that's the thing. This console, the NX is coming out this year. I would hope to God that the NX would have better graphics than the PS4 that came out 2 years ago.
Yeah,
that's...
It's going to have something.
It was going to have better graphics.
The Wii U is their lowest selling console, and I don't even understand how they're still charging $300 for the Wii U.
I know, right?
It's their lowest selling console. You'd think
I would like to get a Wii U, but it's I'm not paying that much.
You'd think they want to move some units.
Why pay that much? Almost as much as a PS4.
Their manufacturing costs must be ridiculous. They're probably
you have that big ass gamepad that you need.
But they don't need that money. Just fucking lower the price to $250. $250, and you'll make a lot of people happy.
I think it's worth $250.
It's not. It's worth $200.
Yeah.
I would say it's worth $200.
I would say $199. Yeah. I would say $199, and I would probably pick.
There's a lot that I play on it. There's enough that warrants that price tag.
I really still want to play Pokken Tournament. I really do so bad.
I know, God.
I want to play Pokken Tournament.
That's going to be at this point, a late summer purchase for me. I did play it at a friend's house for a little bit, and it's fucking great. It's so cool. It's so cool. But. God, now with everything else coming out, I'm oh, shit.
But and that's the thing. There's rumors though that this console is coming out in October. The Neo.
The Neo.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did not see that.
Yeah, there's things where it's there's set things that they're making the publishers have their modes set to be able to patch these games by October.
Okay.
Which then maybe not October, maybe November. Maybe they're trying to get that way they can quality test it, and then maybe it'll come out in November.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be coming out this year.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, and then it's priced for, what did they say? It was $399, $400, which I'm okay, so it's the same price as a PlayStation when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Which. That kind of sucks in a way.
It does.
It's oh, well, fuck you guys for buying it the first time. Now it's you got a better console that you could pay for.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that they at least do some type of trade-in program.
I'm almost positive they will. Like GameStop will do something. They'll probably give you like 50% off the 4K.
Yeah, like I really hope
PS4.
Because then I would jump on that.
I will too. I will. Like if at some point in the future I get a 4K TV, then yeah, I'm gonna jump on that.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. You don't need a 4K TV. Like, what it'll do is, it's optional. It's not gonna be. How can I word this? I doubt that it's gonna be.
They're not gonna force you into.
It's not
4K
gonna be.
resolution.
Yeah, it's not gonna be 4K resolution per se.
But
it's gonna be better graphics, and it's gonna be able to be.
It's gonna be much more stable.
Output.
It's definitely gonna have
the 4K.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna have better hardware. Yeah. That's for sure.
That's the thing. Actually, I do have, because this is gonna be part of the thing that I was gonna do, but we're gonna do that for next time.
Okay. Specs.
I have specs.
Okay, I didn't really look much into it. So, I would like to hear the specs.
So, rumored specs, it's going to be, actually, I want to do the comparison one. Because there was, hold on, let me find it. But, like, it's definitely substantial. Compare. Neo, PS4. Okay, comparison chart. So, right now, this one is kind of old, but it's going to be, $399.
Okay.
But, they're probably going to cut the price of the original PS4.
Oh, yeah.
The original PS4 is a single chip, 1.6 gigahertz core processor, like CPU.
Mm-hmm.
The new one is going to be 2.1 gigahertz.
Okay.
The GPU is at 18 Radeon GC at 800 megahertz per second. The new one's going to be at 36 with 911 megahertz per second.
Okay.
The RAM, it's going to be the same amount, but it's going to be a faster RAM.
Okay.
It doesn't say here, but I do remember seeing a thing for it. Actually, yeah, it says right here. The RAM bandwidth, the original one was at 176. The new one's going to be at 218.
Okay.
4K, same difference. Supposed to be the same hard drive, like inch-wise, but it may have a better. I would hope that it would have a bigger hard drive.
I would hope that it would be at least a terabyte. I would want it to be 2 to 3 terabytes.
If anything, then I'll be okay, because it's like, okay, well, if we do this, I'll just grab my old hard drive.
Right. Yeah.
Because I have the 2 terabyte hard drive. So. Okay. And it's supposed to be the same thing, so you should be able to do that.
Okay.
It's gonna be cool. Like I'm excited, because hopefully then. And then they said, other game developers, that the games that have already came out, they can always patch it if they want to make it better looking. But they have to have it be able to run on Neo. And then that's the thing, we kind of talked about that last time. This is going to be a pain in the ass for game developers.
Yeah.
Because then now they have to scale their games.
Yeah.
A lot. Because it's like, oh, well,
I better not fucking delay games I'm waiting for.
Oh, yeah, and then they said, what was it? Oh, the games are going to be delayed now.
For sure.
I know that for sure now.
For sure. They already delayed Mass Effect till next year. Now they're going to delay it for another.
What did they say? It was
Hopefully, it's not like a huge setback. Just like maybe a couple months if the game's done or something.
I think they said there was something about frame rate. I think they said the Neo has to be at 60 frames. There was something like that where it said that something had to be at 60 frames.
That's understandable.
I thought that's what it said. Which then, when I heard that made me think, okay, well, they did this for the PSVR. Yeah. Because then it's like, okay, well, because you know how with the PSVR, it has that standalone box that you have to plug in, mm-hmm. which, adds more power and stuff like that. If that's the case, why didn't they just come out with this box for people to have PS4s and somehow be able to upgrade that and make it look better?
Just give us more hardware. Don't give us an entire console.
Because that's what I've been thinking for the past few days now. Actually, it's just like, okay, well, they have this box. They're able to have something plugged in to make their console run better without having to get a new console. Why not figure out a way to give us that box? Yeah. And without having to go get a whole new console.
Yeah. And it's funny because games can definitely be upgraded to 60 frames.
Yeah.
They had a 7 gig update for Smite last week.
Yeah, I saw that.
Earlier this week.
I haven't tried it since it's...
They added a new god and a couple new things, but they added 60 frames.
I mean, does it really look...
I haven't played it since then, but, I mean, 60 frames in a MOBA is as fast-paced as that game is, and as much as it's going on, it's going to be nice.
Like, I thought 30 was good, though.
I was fine with 30.
I thought 30 was okay.
Like, I never complain about frame rate, but when I do see 60 frame rates, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I felt with The Last of Us. When the remaster came out,
God,
and it's like they had the option for 30 frames. I'm like, okay, well, I'm really loving 60, but I thought I loved 30, and I switch it, and I'm like, oh, I don't like this.
You got spoiled with 60 frames.
I never thought that. I'm like, oh, let me switch back and see what this feels like again. And I'm like, whoa, this feels like I'm moving in mush.
Yeah, and it was great because of the multiplayer. The multiplayer is fantastic in 60 frames.
I still love Last of Us multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
It was still so good.
I would be fine if they didn't come out with a sequel to that. Like, The Last of Us is just, that's that game in its own vein.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I really hope, there's supposed to be rumors that they're making another The Last of Us.
If they do, I'm not going to complain. I fucking love it, but...
I hope they do, different stories.
Yes.
Because it's they kind of ended the story, I felt like they ended it, pretty good with, the characters.
Yeah.
Without saying anything.
Right.
But, I just hope, because, there's still much more to tell in that world,
I know, how it ended, but what was the thing again? Ellie was just no, I'm not infected.
No. Spoilers, the game's fucking old. She gets taken by the Fireflies, and then they were going to pretty much kill her for the...
They were going to kill her for the cure.
The cure. And then Joel pretty much was no, kills pretty much every fucking Firefly.
That was one of the most endearing moments in gaming history.
That was so intense.
Amazing.
And
that
pretty much
whole sequence.
Yeah, and then you kill what's her name, the leader of the fire. You kill her, and Ellie's still knocked out, so she doesn't know what's happening.
Right.
And then you guys are walking back to where your brother is. Joel's brother.
Yeah.
And then she's asking, he's just saying, oh, they weren't able to do anything, and pretty much lied to her to cover
That's
up.
Right. He lied to her.
Yeah, he lied to her saying oh yeah, they weren't able to find a cure, and then just kind of ended like that, and then you can kind of tell that Ellie knew that he was lying in a way.
Yeah.
Because you could tell it by her face, and it's ooh, that's kind of and then that's how it ended.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, that was good. And then they had the standalone with Ellie and her friend. I thought that was really
that was great. That was fantastic DLC.
That was a really good DLC.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised by that because I didn't play when it first came out. I waited until the PS4 version.
Me too.
That's the thing. Came out and I'm just I didn't have my PS3 then. I had traded it in at that time, and I'm like, really? This DLC comes out when I don't have my PS3 anymore. And gladly, it came out on PS4, and I'm like, okay, I'll wait. But yeah, getting back on track, I'll probably end up getting Neo if they have a trade-in program, honestly.
If they have a trade-in for it, I'll probably do it.
Yeah, I probably will pick it up, that's the only thing. It's gonna just make the games look better.
Yeah.
Okay, so